some history lessons. And murder mysteries. There we go. Where are we? Oh, there we go. Andreas, there's a brother from the Abbey here to see you. What about? He wouldn't say, only that he had to speak with you urgently. He seems quite rattled. The Baron? The Baron. Yes, very ill. Not sure he must have arrived earlier. Imagine he demands to speak with me. Mercy, are you certain? A man like him, he could cause a lot of trouble for Tassing. Please speak to the brother. He's just outside. Of course. Did you get far? Oh, I'm sorry. Andreas Christ, there you are! Bushlav, ah. You were right, you look terrible. It's the Archdeacon. He's come early with an entire retinue in tow. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron and Brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. This game is gorgeous in its own cute little way. Why didn't you get far? Did you go tired of it? I think it's interesting. I get to learn so many things. He expects to speak with you today at Nonge. He requested you specifically. When is it? When is Nonge? 3 p.m. Okay. I went to the Gertners at Vespers to try and warn you, and you never showed up. Where were you all night? Honestly, in the library. I was following a clue and time got away from me. What? Why? No, never mind. Just don't let the abbot find out, and don't tell the Archdeacon. Anyway, he's questioning everyone in the chapter house, and he's keenly interested in you. He's been informed of my investigation. It's no secret you've been poking about the town and the abbey, sticking your nose in the rot. I hope your prying has borne fruit, or Pierre's neck will meet the sword. It bothered me that every choice have a consequence. I didn't know which one was the best. I see, yeah. But that tends to be the problem with a lot of... Oh, not problem, but the thing with a lot of games like these. They don't tend to have a good or a bad choice. Just story. I'm well aware of the stakes, thank you. If only I'd had a couple more days. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's grateful for it. Only Andreas... Yes? It's just... You know as well as I do the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserved what he got. Oh, sleep well, Probakis. Hope you sleep good and have good sleeps that leave you rested, and you have a good day tomorrow. It's Friday after all. Friday! I'm not saying he deserved what he got. Just, you think hard about what you tell the Archdeacon, who you tell him about. But he's singing to you? Oh, I wish my bed could sing to me except for when I want to take a nap. Good luck. It's probably cozy and warm and lovely, but not too warm. You don't need to worry. I found nothing that implicates you. Smile encouragingly. It's not me I'm worried about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. You don't deserve that. All I'm saying is, if in your searching you heard anything about a certain sister, I'd ask you to keep it to yourself. I'll do what I can to protect the sisters from censure. That's all I would ask of you. Be well, Andreas. I will pray for Pierre's deliverance tonight. You should as well. Okay, I have not a lot of time. places to eat. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna eat. Hi. Ah, God bless you. Eat with our family. Afternoon, Andreas. Would you care to join us for dinner? How kind of you. Please show us the way. Oh, it's nothing. Brigitta and I will be glad of the company. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. So, wait. The little shit has a kid? Oh, man. Through Christ our Lord, amen. 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 You're a respectful man, Andreas. Your parents discipline you. I never got in much trouble. Mostly I kept to myself. Lucky them. Martin's got a special knack for making trouble. Only thing he loves more than being a layabout and a whiner. I need to find Martin. Where is he? You ask me, the trick to well-behaved children's a firm hand. Pierogi? Salmon hand pie. So a pierogi. Fish stew. Yum, 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 yum. Spare the rod and spoil the child. That's what the Bible says. Say nothing. Maybe if Wolf cried less, Martin wouldn't have felt the need to run off. I'm sorry, I'll try to keep him quiet. This goddamn racket is giving me a headache. There you go, sweet boy. Finally. It's too goddamn cold in here. Cat, you'll get some firewood after the meal. Yes, of course. Only... What? You got an excuse now? Little tummy ache, need to lie down. He's such an ass. I worry Ottilia will come back. The widow Kemperin, has she been bothering you? If I found her collecting firewood on our land, I asked her to leave because... Because I pay the goddamn taxes on that firewood. And she shouted at me quite forcefully. She's going through a difficult time, so she'll have to forfeit her home. Well, that's not my fucking problem, is it? If she wanted to keep her house, she should have had a few more sons. Say nothing. Cat did. Why wouldn't that old bat? You tell him, Cat. Oh gosh, he's such a bad guy. Sorry. Come now, little bear, it's all right. You're a good boy, aren't you? What were we talking about? You're marvelous soothing him, Brigitta. You don't remember this at all? It depends on who you talk to. I have many opportunities to practice, I'm afraid. I wasn't done speaking. Of course, I'm sorry. Now, you tell him, Cat. Tell him how you chose to have a son and did. I prayed daily for a son, and then I had Martin. That's right, just as I told you. You and Hetty both. If my brother's wife can make the Lord hear her, that old witch could have done the same. I hope Martin's all right. He usually comes back by now. He's been gone for 2 days. Shiftless, god-for-nothing malingerer. He better come back so I can beat the pants off him. Johan would never let this boy get away with his shit. My brother knows how to raise an obedient son. Yeah, he's, Yes? Hi, Touchin, what? What did I do? Oh, yes, that's true. But it has changed, yes. Sorry? There we go. Speaking of malingering, we all got work to do, enough sitting around. Yes! Thank God. Thank you for welcoming me at your table. It was illuminating. Good of you to come. So here. Jacob has arrived! Oh, joy! But where is the boy? Hey, Andres! Who that? Sepp. Are you Joseph? That's right, well, Sepp Hivner. That makes it easy. My father's name is Joseph. You call your dad by his Christian name? You the artist staying with the Gärtners? Yes, Andres Mahler. I'm only here for a few months and I'm heading back to Nuremberg. Oh, the big city. Impressive. I've been to the Kempten market a few times. This place never got any further than that, though. Anyway, I live out past the mill, farm the land there with my family. I came into town to talk to Andres about some nails. I'm just waiting for it to finish up. Do you take beer everywhere you go? If I'm thirsty, you're goddamn right I do. Fair enough. Well, I'll leave you to it. Thanks. Nice meeting you, Andres. Likewise. Until later, Sepp. So anything... Yeah. Europa. This is not that far away, really. Where did the boy go, though? Hello, Andreas. Nope. Not that way. God be with you, Andreas. Okay, can I go to the mill? Hello, Master Mahler. Outer Farms. God bless you, Andreas. Thanks. Hello. Hi. What's that in the background? Oh, I think that's the Abbey. Oh. Do you think you can have time to do everything? If I'm mistaken, the time passes when you talk with people. Occasionally it does, yes. Where did the boy go? No. Up. Ah, right. Time passes occasionally when you talk to people. Oh, there's another person I haven't seen. Old Otter. Good to see you, Andreas. Okay. There's so many things I want to do here, but can't apparently. Man. So annoying. Doggo. There's a doggo outside. So cute. When you eat with people, when you do certain things. Hello, Master Mahler. Pet Fürsten. Oh, good boy. Oh, good boy. Yeah. Oh, Orf. Hello, horsey. Very ugly horsey. She's gonna dislike me talking about this, but I wanna talk to her. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I need to talk to you again about the Baron. How you walked away with the sisters. I need to talk to you about Sister Matilda. I'm not going to ask how you got into the library. I don't want to know. Say nothing. What happened to Sister Matilda was tragic. What did happen to Sister Matilda? The records only said that she left the abbey for some time. I omitted the details from our written records for several reasons, none of them noble. I think because the Baron might have done something to her. Lawrence, the Baron, tried to seduce Sister Matilda. She rebuked him several times. See? I was right. So one morning he attacked her in the meadow on her way to town. He dragged her into the woods. Sister Matilda is a strong woman, but her resistance was met with violence. When pilgrims to the shrine found her, she had been beaten so badly she could barely move. This piece of shit. My God! Your blasphemy is understandable. It was beyond shocking to see what he had done. As terrible as the attack was, I knew that bringing it to Father Matthias would put him in an impossible position. The Baron would suffer no consequences, but the abbot would have refused his continued patronage. I concealed the assailant's identity from Father Abbot and had Sister Matilda taken to a hermitage near Mittenwald. Transalpine routes between... Okay. She stayed there under the care of sisters until she recovered and could return. You really don't think the abbot would have taken action against the Baron? How does Sister Matilda feel about seeing the Curacao? She deserved better than to be shoveled away to a hermitage. You really don't think the abbot would have taken... None of these is really what I want to say. Maybe that one would put me in her good graces? But it might also implicate her in the murder. She's deserved better. You're right, of course. I can only pray that the Lord will repay the debt that I incurred. You really don't think the abbot would have taken... No, I'm positive that he would have. In doing so, he would have jeopardized the existence of this community. Try to understand how hard it is for my kind to believe that any man, especially a nobleman, could be held accountable. Sorry. I'm not proud of what I did, Andreas, but what's done is done. Oh, now I have to ask. Okay. So how did you feel about seeing the Baron again? Andreas, if you want me to tell you that I think Matilda killed the Baron, I won't. Seeing him was hard for her, of course. She defended her virtue from the Baron, but her injuries were severe. Okay. He didn't manage to assault her, sexually assault her. Her body recovered in time. Her mind, I don't know if it ever will. She still fights him in her dreams. Aww. She wakes in the night screaming, soaked in her own sweat. So it affected her, yes. It still affects her. That doesn't mean she wanted to kill the Baron. It certainly doesn't mean she actually did. Sister Matilda is a faithful servant and friend of Christ. I believe that truly, Andreas. She is respected and beloved by this community for good reason. Oh! Hi, Becky! How are you doing? I think the Baron attacked her. He cautioned me against bringing her up with the Archdeacon. No, he didn't know. Perhaps it will come to light now that the Baron has been murdered, but she didn't tell him before. The register is more... I see. Do not mention Sister Matilda to the Archdeacon, Andreas. I do not believe she could have done this. Of course. God bless you, Andreas. Consider the evidence. What does he acknowledged as had been taken? You should ask Sister Matilda about her stay at the farm. Convent garden. Oh, there she is. Hello. I'm gonna bring up your most traumatizing stuff. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know, Mother Sia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's truly necessary. As concerns the murder of the Baron. Yes, it's tragic, but what does it have to do with me? I know about the attack, about why you went to the Hermitage. I see. So you think I killed the Baron? It's a strong motive. I was angry, I was filled with hate, yes, but it's been years. Mother Celia and Father Thomas helped me move past the anger to find love in this community. Not so sensible, is he? My character? Nah. Yes, Father Thomas is our confessor. We can talk to Mother Cecilia about our problems, but only a priest can hear our confessions. Did you receive a strange note recently? Yes. How did you know? Others have received notes as well. What did it say? Here, look for yourself. Grinnet such... Remember what he did, the violence you suffered, the red bird flies. Matin, chapter. Huh. Rothorg, the red bird. I found it in my bed in the nuns' dormitory. You can keep it if you'd like. In your bed? You could have put it there. The only people allowed beyond the gardens are the sisters. I can't imagine any of them making this. Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminata have beautiful handwriting, but both of them have been so kind of me. To me. What was that? Thank you for your time, sister. God bless you, Master Mahler. Actually, a lot of people can write. He's not here. There's a beautiful handwriting. Like where is the... He's in a chapter house. Okay, so I can... In that language, in German indeed. God bless you, Andreas.
Victime Pascali laudes, immolent Christiani, Agnus redemit oves, Christus innocens Patri, reconciliavit peccatores.
He sings so well. Oh, Andreas. Yes, Brother Matthew? How did you sleep last night? You look a little rough around the edges. Do you really want to make something out of this? If you saw somewhere where they weren't supposed to be, one might ask where you were when you saw them there. God bless you, Andreas. Until later. Andreas, may I help you with something? You rushed into this room and hid something strange at your desk. So, the Zimmerman Pardon? And why were you sneaking about the scriptorium? Wow. You can ask questions too. What was so important you had to be late for Terrace? I wasn't sneaking. I dropped a bottle of paint on the floor and was cleaning it up. Could have left it there if you'd preferred. The floor is rather drab in the scriptorium. Get more work done when you and the others are at church. Let us seek a common misunderstanding. Miss Mastmother, as two brothers in Christ. The scriptorium is my domain, and you are a guest here. And so long as that is true, I do not answer to you, but the abbot only. Is that clear? Yes, if you don't mind me asking, why aren't you the abbot? It's an elected position, isn't it? Given your age and experience? That's not— I will not discuss this with you! Are we done here? Yes, thank you. Bless you, Master Marner. Not here. Okay. Thought they would be. Maybe they're eating? Well, shoes. I was wondering what those things were. Kitchen and cellar. Ah, hi Lucas. Hello. I'm sorry, Andrews. I can't let you down there. Father Gernot does not want anyone talking to Brother Piero before the Archdeacon arrives. What am I gonna do? Elope with him? I know. Just a few minutes. I really shouldn't. I need to talk to him. Ah, okay. So what else could I have said? I'm sorry, I can't. I understand. Sorry. Oh, you're right. I'll leave it alone. God bless you, Andreas. Wait, what time is it? Does time actually pass? Oh my god. Oh. Ladies? Lady Gertrude? Margarete? Ah, there's the person I want to talk to. Good day, Andreas. Yeah, bless you. Master Mahler? Oh yes, it's me, sister. Do you think Brother Piero really murdered the Baron? No, of course not. Oh, then why did Father Abbot have him put in the cellar? I don't know the answer to that. Do you think the devil could appear here at Kiersau? No, I think people see the diva where they want to see him. I didn't see the devil, but I think I smelled his odor. The night before the Baron was killed, I woke before Matin and smelled something in our dormitory. It was strange, moss and sulfur mixed with frankincense and roses. It moved through the room. I wanted to scream, but I was too frightened. And then it was gone. I am ashamed that I didn't cry out, but I didn't know what to do. Did any of the other sisters smell it? I don't no, but I think they were all asleep. Thank you, Sister Margrethe. Frankincense. And sulfur. God bless you, Master Maller. Hetty and Veronica. That's Ulrich. God bless you, Andreas. See, yes, he's in here. Good. Oh, okay. Well, good thing I got that little piece of evidence. That's interesting. Here we go. Hello, Andreas. Father Gernot. Master Mahler, if you think I am unaware of your actions around this abbey in the past few days, you are mistaken. Oh? I know that you visited the widow Kemperin and convinced her to question the legal status of her lease. So what if I did? You're trying to trick her. I don't need to trick her. I am the abbot of Kirsau. I was elected to this holy position by my brothers. I was invested with the power to rule this land by the lance of the emperor, whose own right is derived from God himself. So forgive me if I do not respect the legal posturings of a failed university student. It doesn't matter if you respect me. What you're doing isn't legal. You don't decide that, and if you interfere again, you will pay for it. Now then, for all your meddling, you will not be welcome in Kirsau after your commission is completed. Well, I'm not coming back to this powder. I apologize. I was only trying to help Brother Piero. It's too late for apologies. Your days of interfering in the daily life of this abbey will end. I was never my intent to interfere, Father Abbot. I'll leave it to the Archdeacon now. Try not to perjure yourself. God save you, Andreas Mahler. Can I save now? Hello. Please state your name for the record. What is an artist doing in Kirsau Abbey? The abbey still has some commissions from wealthy patrons and I need the money before I return to Nuremberg. Arnold, please write that down. I think we're ready to begin. Of course, Your Reverence. Now then, Master Mahler, what was your relation to Lawrence, the Baron Rothvogel? I only knew him for days, but we were on friendly terms. Do you feel you had a sense of him as a person? No, Your Reverence. That is unfortunate, but I'd like you to try to characterize the man for me. Confident, overbearing, used to getting what he wants. Do you think someone would kill him for that? That seems unlikely. Someone had to have a reason, if not that, and something else. Otherwise it makes my presence here somewhat difficult to explain. The Baron Rothvogel was murdered here, in this very room. Someone did it. Father Gernot believes it was one of his monks, Brother Piero. I have met with Brother Piero and questioned him at length. While it seems unlikely that a man of his age and temperament could murder the Baron, he was discovered in flagrante delicto. Technically, he discovered the corpus delicti, but was not caught in flagrante delicto. Master Mahler, I'm not interested in your clarifications, technical or otherwise, on matters of Latin or law. If you wish to advocate on behalf of Brother Piero, I suggest shutting your mouth until I ask you a question. Piero had reasons to resent the Baron, the loss of his work, the insistence of discussing the writings of the troublemaker from Wittenberg. And as for his age and infirmity, I myself have read of many cases in which a man of modest strength succumbs to the temptations of the devil. Once seized by the devilish fever, the poor sinner gains an infernal power that allows him to inflict grievous wounds, sometimes fatal. What I am saying is that in spite of the curious circumstances, Brother Piero is the most plausible perpetrator of this vile act. I understand that you are on friendly terms with Brother Piero. You also interacted with the Baron both in the town and the Abbey. Did you witness anything that suggests someone else could have murdered Baron Rothvogel? The Abbey's prior. That is an extraordinary claim, Andreas. The Abbot speaks highly of the prior, and he oversees both your and Brother Pierre's work, does he not? Yes, Your Reverence. An extraordinary claim requires extraordinary evidence for me to take it seriously. Why should I take the word of an artist over the respected officer of this abbey? I can provide evidence of Prior Frank's motive. Please do so. I'm also improve everything by performing a magical ritual during the Baron's visit. Do you have proof of this? I have a letter the Prior wrote to the Baron. Ooh. Tell Jacob Aisler is immaterial gossip. In it, the Prior mentions that he will not perform a ritual for the Baron, even if the Baron does follow through on a threat to implicate him to Inquisitors in Innsbruck. An implication of necromancy is a serious matter. The Prior's position would have been in peril, possibly even his life. And how do you believe Prior Frank would have killed the Baron? I pray you will not say it was a magical ritual. I found a silver rod that belongs to Prior Frank. It has dried blood on it. A silver rod? Likely a magical tool of some sort, but it is of a size and weight appropriate for the head wound that the Baron received. How did you come to possess this item? One of Prior Frank's concerned brethren delivered it to my keeping. I would prefer to keep his name out of the records. I will heed your request. Is there anything else to say about the Prior? No, Your Reverence. Very well. Well, who else may have wanted to see the Baron dead? Lucky Steinauer? Who is Lucky Steinauer? I don't believe his name has got during our questioning. The town stonemason. Alright, what's the connection between the town stonemason and nobleman from Worms? At least 3 farmers in the village saw Lucky arguing with the Baron when he came to town. About what? I don't know, but the argument was heated. Heddy and Veronica Bauerlin witnessed it. You mentioned a 3rd witness. Yes, Martin Bauer. Unfortunately, yes, the boy fled. Still, we will question the women about what they saw. And how do you propose that the stonemason killed the Baron? As stonemason, Lucky would have access to any number of tools that he could bludgeon that Baron with. Have you found such a tool? No, but that doesn't mean it does not exist. No, I have not. That presents some difficulty for your theory, Master Mahler. True. In any case, that is the extent of my knowledge about Lucky Steinauer, Your Reverence. Is there anyone else you can think of who may have wanted to harm the Baron? Well, the local thief. Yes, his name has come up in my inquiries. My understanding is that he absconded with some of the Baron's valuables. Arnold? Yes, Your Reverence. A silver ring, a gold ring, 12 golden, 10 groschen, and a book intended as a gift for the Abbey. Thank you. It is my understanding that this boy was known as a thief, but also a coward. And that the theft was from the Abbey's guest house after the Baron had already left it. Even so, it is still possible that he could have committed the murder. I am not treating him as a serious suspect for the Baron's murder at this time. Who else may have wanted to see the Baron dead? Do we bring Matilda up? Because it could have been Matilda, as in, it could be that the Baron was trying something with another of the nuns. But why would they be in the chapter house? Hi, Stelly. How are you doing? Scandals, indeed. The widow? You will need to connect them. I don't know if I want to take it up with him, but she has a very strong motive. Aw, being beaten to death. Have you found a fighting style that you enjoy? Oh man, should I? I don't want to talk about any of these. Should I? What do you think, guys? I think if I say that one, I can't say that one. Button mash or deal choke. Ugh. Did you promise not to talk? I did promise not to talk. Oh, she's gonna be so pissed at me. Is this relevant to the murder of the Baron? No, but as you represent the Prince Bishop and the Abbot rules these lands, I was hoping you might listen. Please be brief. I have many more people to question. The Abbot had Brother Guy write a letter to the widow about reclaiming her land. It's based on a false claim. False in what way? They claimed the lease was with the widow's late husband, Randy Kemper. It was not. The lease began generations earlier with Ottilia's great-grandfather. What substantive bearing does this have on the Abbot's claim? If the existing lease allows for the widow to partition her land to other renters, she could pay the fees on her land. Or the Abbot has no reason to misrepresent the lease unless the existing lease is unfavorable to him. Yes. Yes, if it does. Many peasants in freeholds resort to such measures in hard times. Very well, Master Muller, I shall make my own inquiry. Yay, I convinced him to save. Yay. After I completed my work here. Now then, let us return to the matter at hand. I don't think it was Ottilia. Yeah. Very well. Are you aware of anything else that might shed some light on this case? Has Brother Florian told you about the note he found in the Baron's clothing? Yes, Brother Florian explained how he came to find it and told me its contents. Master Adeljäger has entered his testimony in our register. I don't understand the implication. Who is the innocent? It's not clear to me either, Your Reverence. Do you believe the murderer wrote it? Whoever wrote it was a talented scribe. I understand Kirsa has two, the elderly brother Adok and the younger brother Guy. To be frank, Your Reverence, neither man has the skill to write in this way. There's something else about it too. The style is just different. It's unlike Adok and Guy's writing, unlike mine. Something about the way the first and second strokes meet on the A and G. Yes, well, whatever the particulars, it seems it will remain a mystery that stands apart from the commission of murder. Unfortunately, there is more to tell. I found more notes. It was written in the same hand on the same type of parchment to those who had a motive to kill the Baron. That is deeply troubling, but again, beyond the bounds of my investigation. Thank you, Techie. Of course, Your Reverence. Thank you again for your time, Master Water. Would it be impertinent of me to opine on who the killer is? With a blank point about copper stick. Ah, sniff, why? Psst, psst, psst. Not at all. You are an educated man and have conducted yourself appropriately in this inquiry. I reserve final judgment, of course, but who do you believe killed the Baron? considering all of the evidence. Ferenc seems like he has the most motive here somehow, but I honestly think it might be the ladies. Prior Ferenc, your reverence. His behavior on the day of the Baron's arrival revealed his anxiety about the situation. Others may have had a motive, but Prior Ferenc had the most to lose. Noted. Your contributions to this inquiry are appreciated. Thank you for your time and candor. I wanted to help you in any way I could. I know in my heart that Brother Pierre is innocent. Until later, Master Mother. Until then, your reverence. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Please tell me I'm not wrong. Andreas, I didn't think you were coming to this. I didn't think I was either. I suppose I wanted to see how this ends, after all. It was the prior of the Abbey, if you can believe it. Did you ever talk with him in the Abbey, Andreas? Oh my god. You missed the trial. That Archdeacon read all of the charges and found him guilty. I worked with him almost every day. Didn't know he had murdered anyone. I worked with him every day. He was obsessed with dark magic. It was only a matter of time before he got caught. About time then. What if it wasn't? Oh man. Do you think it's the same... Is it the same story every time? Do you think it's the same murder every time you play the game? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! Did I miss anything? No, you're fine. Andreas. How do you know if we got it wrong? I don't know! Otto. Oh god, how are they gonna execute him? Oh man. Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, miserere nobis. I didn't do this! God knows it, even if... Qui tollis peccata mundi. This can't be happening! This can't be happening! Ow! Running like a chicken, crying like a woman. Oh, shut up, you. Silence! Silence! I order the executioner to carry out his duty. I warrant him peace and safe conduct, whatever may befall him. Oh god. I'm feeling super guilty now. Thank you, Haka. Look away. Slash. My Lord Judge, have I executed well? You have executed as judgment and law have required. For that, I thank God and my master, who has taught me such art. Jeez. I hope I wasn't wrong. I know this was your doing, Andreas. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. You turn a blind eye to his activities for years. But that was for me to deal with. There's no future for the scriptorium now without him. You are no longer welcome in Kiersau, Andreas' mother. I will send your final payments to the Gertners. May you have a long and successful career in Nuremberg, and may you never travel this way again. Oops. Where does this say? Andreas, has the time come for you to leave us? Yes, I'm afraid so, Brother Piero. This farewell will have to be brief. Father Gunnar made it clear I was no longer welcome at Kiersau. I pray that time will soften Father Abbott's heart. I hope he eventually realizes you were only trying to help me. Oh, this is sad parting, but then inevitable. I had hoped you would stay a bit longer. But the world needs you more than Kearsau does. You have grown beyond this old abbey and became a master in your own right. I will miss you, my son. Who will keep you out of trouble when I'm gone? I pray that this is the last trouble I will see in my old age. And I have God and you to thank for getting me out of it. Come, your masterpiece is complete. May I see it one last time before you go? Please, I value your assessment. The opinion of one old monk matters little. All the same, I am excited to see it finished at last. Oh, it is a masterpiece, truly worthy of the word. It appears you took my advice to heart. What advice was that? You to put yourself into the work, not just to interpret another artist's work, but to transform it into something true. This shows the world as it is, as you have seen it, even if it's not what we may want to see. Though it's not my place to say so, I am proud of you, Andreas. What's this? Scrappled parchment. Do not return here. A warning? So the murderer might not be dead. It doesn't look like Brother Adox or Brother Glaze. Brother Florian now found a similar note in the Baron's clothing. And I found more notes delivered to others while I was investigated. They must have been written by someone who knew the darkest secrets of the town and this abbey. They tugged at those secrets to kill the Baron, like someone pulling at threads that had been buried in the past. A frightening thought. Maybe it wasn't him. But who would do such a thing? I wish I knew. Do not trouble yourself overly about it. Your future lies outside of these walls. I hope that you will have time to visit me once or twice in your travels before the Lord takes me. I'm sure we'll see each other again. Assuming Father Gernot doesn't forbid it. Oh, we must have faith that better days lie ahead for all of us. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Thank you for your friendship. Until next time. It might not have been him. Finished Act 1. Oh! Is that my kid? Oh my god. No, it's my apprentice. Are you alright, Master Andreas? What? Are you alright, Master Andreas? Yes, thank you. I was just remembering him. Trying to, anyway. It doesn't come easily anymore. Oh, would you like me to leave you alone? No, Caspar, that's not necessary. There's nothing to be done about it now. It's too late. Like so many things. Andreas Mahler, I never expected to see your face here again. Have you been in Nuremberg for these last 7 years? No, Nuremberg for a few years, but I received some lucrative commissions abroad. Ah, choices. Pick a background that will affect your character choices. Polish, bit of Czech and Hungarian. English. You can reference cultural touchstones from London outside of Britain. France! Oh, France. Of course we're gonna go with France. I spent a few years in France and Burgundy, painting portraits and religious paintings for nobles and courtiers. Oh, did you visit Provence? You must have. Only briefly for a commission. Why? When King Louis expelled the Jews from the region some years ago, a number chose to convert and remain. So the king taxed them into misery. I wondered if the tax yet persisted. I have no idea. Why so? Yes. I'm surprised you care at all. Well, I'm not about to leap into a fire to save anyone, but I don't think it's right what's happened to them. In spite of your extensive travels and success, you're still not welcome at Kirsau. The abbot hasn't forgotten what happened. 7 years isn't that long. I simply wanted to pay my respects to an old friend. Surely you can understand.
Mwah.
Thank you. I understand my father abbot expelled you from the abbey. What were you expecting? A hero's welcome? House. Fine, I'll tell Father God I'll be staying at the lamp house in town for a night or two before moving on. The Golden Hand. I'll tell him, but I can't imagine he'll care. Why is he so rude? God bless you, now be off. Revolution. Okay. Interesting. That monk seemed unhappy to see you, Master Andreas. Why is the abbot so angry with you? Toward the end of my stay in Tassing, there was a murder at Kirsau Abbey, a nobleman. Father Gernot panicked and accused my friend, Brother Piero, of committing the crime. Am I going to be murdered? Ooh! I helped convince the archdeacon that another monk was responsible, Frank. He was executed for the crime. You got someone killed? No, I collected evidence and presented it truthfully. The archdeacon is the one who made the ruling. Well, you couldn't let your friend die. Why didn't you mention it before? Well, I suppose it must have been a hard situation about it if the abbot is still mad at you. Yes, I had to make some difficult choices. Maybe they were the wrong ones, so I had to live with that. Why did we come here if you're not welcome? I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to returning to Nuremberg. This commission is an obscene vanity piece under the pretext of a religious scene. My patrons just want to celebrate themselves and their wealth. I dread each new commission more than the last. Every step I take toward home is agonizing. But, Master, you're famous and rich. Your work is wonderful. When I saw your altarpiece in Nuremberg, I begged my father to help me become your apprentice. I don't understand how you could accomplish all that you have and be unhappy. I know, it must be hard to believe. I'm not very much like you. All that I have accomplished is my work, yes. Well, I'm left hollow with nothing. I thought I wanted to be like my father. Like my brothers. I thought that was my dream. Once I wanted this life so much that it consumed my every waking thought. I don't know if I've changed or if what I wanted was never really real. Maybe I've been a fool this whole time. I want life as an artist to be better for you, Caspar. Learn from my mistakes. Alright, yes, Master Andreas. I shouldn't be burdening you with such thoughts, Caspar. Come, let's visit my old friend Klaus. It's been too long. Who's Klaus again? I should have looked. As you like, Master Andreas. Oh, look at the cats. So many cats. Is that a fox in a cape? Cute. Go to bed. No. Room is sparse compared to what I'm used to. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Andreas. How are you enjoying your stay? It's been wonderful, Thanya. And thank you. Oh, good. You're in the best room we have. I'm glad it's to your liking. Was there anything else? No, thank you. Until later. Until then. What was that? There was something outside. Exciting. No, I want to talk to the boy. Killian. Good day, Master Mahler. Nico. Oh, Master Mahler, is it? Hello and welcome to the Golden Hand. Thanks for the head pats. Ah, self-care package. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you. Hi, Pashumo. How are you doing? I am Nico Berger. I own this land house and run it with my wife Hannah and our son Killian. I believe my boy helped you to your room. Is it to your liking? It's lovely, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. When you arrived in town, one of the locals said you lived here a few years back. Yes, I worked for the Abbey as an artist. Ah, I see. That you were involved in solving a murder. Yes, out of necessity. I heard it was the prior at the Abbey that the Baron was a sacrifice in some diabolical spell the brother was casting. No, he wasn't casting a spell, the Baron wasn't a sacrifice. Where did you hear that? Oh, bits and pieces that people have said here and there. How are you doing, Pachomo? I feel like this is a bad outcome version of this scene. Could be. Sounds like the story has changed in the last 7 years. I meant no offense, Master Manor. I just find it to be an interesting story. Of course. Again, I meant no offense. Well, I'll leave you to your day. Until later. Until then. Ah! Hello, Landsknecht. Hello, Andreas. Oh, okay. Oh. Nice. Very nice. It's Otto! Just do it. You know it's the right thing. I don't understand why this is so hard for you. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand. I'm just saying... Andreas Mahler? It's good to see you again, old friend. Ah, Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Caspar Ziegler, from Salzburg. Violent rebellion in the city are becoming more common. Ooh. Good day. Oh, that answers that. I thought he might be your son. We don't grow them that fast, even in Nuremberg. Ah, they grow fast enough around here. Ava and I just had our first. Little Otto, even though we call him Utz. Utz! Does he seem to remember his full name? Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful news. Thank you. It's been a trial with that gone, but Clara knows that I help out where I can. Ursula? Who's Ursula? Oh, the little baby girl. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about your father. That's life. At least he's with the Lord now, free of his aches and pains. I know Eva wrote to you about my father's death, Andreas. Why didn't you write back? Things got busy after I left Tassing. Sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. I feel like I should remember your face, but I can't place it. Oh, don't trouble yourself. It's me, Martin. Remember? You... Oh, yes. Hello, Martin. Hello. Sorry to run, but I have to get these sheep back to the farm. As much as I love whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Although, I'll see you at the meeting later. Andreas, until later. Until then. Little shit. Pain in my ass. Can't believe how much Martin's changed. True. It's like the prodigal son. Took over his father's farm after Franz died. Thank God Franz died. He's been a much better husband to Brigitta and provider for Kat. Franz dying? How's little Wolf doing? Franz's heart gave out. Local legend says he was screaming at Kat and he dropped dead. Of course. Yes, that's totally what happened. She didn't murder him at all. Not that I want anyone to suffer, but few were sad to see the man go. And little Wolf, he died a few months after you left. I think Martin still feels guilty about it. No! Something happening in town? You picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons in a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. I didn't realize you were in the business of giving speeches. I'll definitely attend. Sounds good. Until later then. What's happening? Oh, faces. Okay. Meow! Hi, Schlau. Are you still alive? That's fascinating. Good boy. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. I think my cat is trying to get in here. Miller house is closed. Other farms should also be closed. Yeah. 7 years have passed. Oh, hello. Andreas, I heard you were back in Tassing. God bless you. It's good to see you again. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tassing has enough going on as it is. And we have our bonfire to St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get up to all sorts of mischief. St. John, the feast and celebration of St. John the Baptist, beginning at sunset on June 23. Coincidences with Midsummer's Day and coincides with Midsummer's Day and the winter summer solstice. And then it's my job to hear their confessions in the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. That's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guests with such things. I'm sure if there's trouble, Master Mahler will be the first to stick his nose in it. Yes. It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. After Ferenc was executed, Father Abbot made Matthew the new prior. Matthew? Ah! Frank may have been annoying, but Matthew's even worse. Thanks for that. Only 7 for now. It would have been better for everyone if he had simply allowed Brother Piero to die. After all, he only had a few years left anyway. Stare menacingly at him. Nothing to say for yourself? Friends, there's no need for such ire. Forgive me, Father Thomas. I let my passions get the better of me. Besides, that's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the abbot's behalf, Andreas. Father Gernot would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some of our books. Wonderful, fantastic. Wait. Nothing so bad the abbot has to sell off Kirsau's greatest treasures? Hello, Ray Ray. About half an hour? Kill him! Kill him! Murder him! The Abbey needs the money more than it needs ink-stained parchment. No one values these books anymore, except perhaps you. The library is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use. If you could come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. Mother Illuminata? Yes, since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. How did she die? Peacefully, in her sleep. So, tomorrow morning... Alright. Tell him to expect me. I'm sure he'll be overjoyed. And Andreas, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We miss him. Do you? I appreciate saying that. I miss him too. Excellent. I'm so glad you two were able to work things out. Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? A private matter. Oh, of course, of course. Until tomorrow. God bless you, Andreas. So now this is Martin's house. Interesting. And is Ottilia still alive, you think? Knock, knock. So it'll be interesting to see who gets her house afterwards. Who's Klaus again? Oh! This doesn't look very good. I ran into Brother Gui. Klaus. Who's Klaus again? Actually, I can check people. The page flip sounds are nice, yes. Killing Martin, Nico, Otto, Utz. Timid co-pilot. Johanna, Nico, Martin, husband of Gita, knows for his churlish youth, flight from Tassing, and his repentant return. No. Okay. So it's not the old people. Okay. Is this Klaus? Nope. North Town? Ooh. The Rathaus construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they finish it before winter. A community hall. Ah. Rathaus. Rådhus. Ah. Okay. Guess we'll go to the middle of town then. Not much else to... Oh, the Drucker. Oh, I missed it. Well, let's see if there's anything going on in the middle of town. Not yet. Okay, good. So, the last place in all of everything. Let's see if Klaus is alive. Ooh, look at the house. That's an upgrade. He is alive. Nice. ... Andreas. I'm sorry, Klaus. I know it's been a long time. 7 years. 7 years and nothing from my friend Andreas. First Bert, then Marie just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. I can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. Still nothing to say for yourself. No surprise. Too late for that now, though. Boop, beep boo boo. Oh, hello. She likes you. Yeah. Yeah. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles. They were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. Handing article. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended, freedom from compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, the return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria isn't Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Passing. Swabia. It was reformed as a Swabian circle in 1512. Borders Bavaria to the west, the Swiss Confederacy to the south. Okay. The laws may not be just, but they are the laws. I fear the people of Tassing are putting themselves in peril. Ah, so this is Otto's cause. He's caught your ear already, huh? The abbot has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Andreas. If you haven't seen the Gärtners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes. Why? Well, I didn't think he could read. He can't, but just about everyone else in town can. He speaks, I print. Just trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry. I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons, hear what Otto has to say. It is worth hearing. I understand. Until later, Klaus. Until then. Meow. Why is my character such an asshole? Why didn't he write back? Right? I don't get it. Why did we do that? Il Peter is still alive? Looking at all the kids that are grown up. Which one is Brigitte? I think Brigitte is in the bottom there, in the red and black. Oh, Ottilia is alive, but look at how scuffed her portrait is. Just here, right here. Paul! Everyone listen. We all know why we're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we started saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our right to use God's forests to support our family. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent, limits on where we can move, who we can wed. And now the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garment, takes half our estate. Death tax. Jeez. No consideration for widows. No consideration for children. Agreed, yeah. What about the town council, the rat house? Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always want to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit A favored few against the many. Is that palming? This is not charity. No, only greed and desperation drive Father Garnot. Burn down the abbot. You'd think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven himself. And when we protested, what did Father Garnot do? He locked the shrine of St. Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now, when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. Hi, Grey. What are you doing? Father Garnot's actions aren't just. They aren't Christian. We endure this abuse for too long. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Yeah, here. Yes, here. Oh. Stop! This is foolish! Soldiers already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. You could get the town razed and killed everyone. And everyone killed. Hannah's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent... If you don't relent, you'll be ground into dust like the Swabian peasants. Yeah. We could always grind you up instead, Leonhard. I don't know about this. I have a son to look out for. We must stand for what is right. God is on our side. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with that abbot. I don't think so. You don't need more, boy. Oh my god. Master Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is alright? Don't worry, the civilian losses were minimal. They're probably fine. Oh no. Maybe we should go to Salzburg after this. Enough is enough! We can't stand by while the abbot continues treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why couldn't we do the same? A righteous cause. Martin's right. Oh, that's a first. We deserve better. We can do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependable these last few years. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. Oh, this is the... Oh. Oh. Are you telling me that you are now a prophet? Water. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. He's good. Keeping them interested. Good day, Andreas. Clara, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Andreas. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. I missed Alpine air and the people. I was on the back room. I wondered how you were all getting along. I was gone too long. I'm sorry for not sending word on my arrival. You certainly did pick an odd time to visit. We're in the middle of a strange season. Hi, Otto. Ah, you found the Gertners. Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear, they get better each time. I hope the Duke doesn't catch word of this. Town could suffer for it. Yeah, we're past the point of caring, Mahler. If you were in our position, you'd understand that. You're not my place to judge, I'm just concerned. It's appreciated, but we know the risks. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? Understood why many people hate the abbot. It disobeyed the abbot to get Otto's help. Suggested someone should do something about unjust laws. Stood your ground as you approached the grave. Said you didn't care what you told the abbot to dig. It is, Andreas, I swear. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you what I can, alright? Anyway, Andreas, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. Sounds so good to you, Caspar? Yes, Master Andreas, I'm starving. Our table is a little sparse lately, but we'll be sure to feed you well. Thank you. We'll see you there. There's a sign. Class wasn't happy to see me. Been printing. Okay. Is there someone we want to go and talk to? By the way. Gerda Farm. There's Abbey. Buddha and Pest. You want to talk to someone else? Is there someone else we can talk to? Well, we can go to the Zimmermann house. Duke house is closed. God bless you, Andreas. Okay. I haven't been in here. Oh. Labyrinth the church is named after. That's the three wise men, but on the other side we see devils and stuff. Yeah, charming. Talk to Cat. Andreas Mahler. Oh, hello, Cat. Well, would you look at that? You are back in Tassing. And look at you. You've done well for yourself. Oh, and who's this? Cat, please meet Caspar, my apprentice. Hello. He's got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. It's a good strong face, though. I do. What brings you back to Tassing, Andreas? Just passing through on the way back to Nuremberg. I was surprised to see him. That's right. He disappeared when you were last in town. France passed a few winters ago, then Wolf. Brigitte and I nearly lost the farm and our mines. But Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man. A good man. So for a couple of years they were alone? What did Martin do? He saved us from destitution. I've been wondering who Wolf was. I'm so sorry, Cat. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. There is nothing to say, is there? He was a good boy. A sweet, good little boy. The stars dimmed when he passed. Whoop! Matty! No, I'm not. How dare you say such sweet things about me? It's absolutely untrue. I am rude and mean and unpleasant. How dare you? Hi. How are you, my dear? But that was years ago now. I try not to dwell on it, to be strong for Brigitte, and to find solace in the knowledge he is with God now. Times may be hard in Tassing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. I'm glad you and your family are well, Cat, despite everything. Oh, thank you, Stelly. Thank you, Andreas. It truly is good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Until later, Cat. Until then. Let's talk to the little shitling. Andreas, man, good to see you again after all these years. I'm surprised you'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind. Were they? It's been so long, I don't remember. You told me to eat shit. Ah, God, that's bad. I was such a little shit. Yes, he was. Well, sorry for being such an asshole back then. It was a long time ago. What happened to you, anyway? Oh, right. You know, I stole some of the Baron's things. I didn't make it far with them. I tried to sell them in Walgau, and I got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. Then I started stealing. I grew bigger and more confident over time and became a highwayman. That's some confessions right there. You're like you didn't get killed. And that's what made me quit in the end. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George. As well, the legendary victory against the Dragon. They were not. They were soldiers guarding the property of an Italian bank. My partner didn't survive the encounter. I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. Not the Italians. Oh my God. Thank you, Stanley, for the dream keys. I thought of my father and my mother, Brigitte. I realized I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibilities I had left behind. It's good that you did, for everyone's sake. Was coming back difficult? It was. I felt like I had stepped out of another life into this one. It took me a while to get used to everything, to remember how things used to be. It's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. That's a good attitude. I'll talk to you later. Until then. Wow. He went from a little shit to a big shit. Hello, Andres. Hello, Brigitte. How are you? As well as anyone can be in Tassing right now. Looks like things are going well for you. Martin returned after all. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. I lost little Wolf, and Kat was worried that she'd lose the farm after Franz died. But then Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions, we've gotten by. I'm thankful. I'm sorry to hear about Wolf. Thank you. I try not to think about it. Not regretful. Kat wants to talk about him all the time, you know. Any night there's clear skies, she looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he is up there. That must be excruciating. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Andreas. I can't talk about this anymore. Is that a good idea? Why did you think she'd want to talk about her dead son? Were you trying to hurt her? Does it feel good to you hurting the wounded? No, I was trying to be kind. Does she seem like she has been gifted with a kindness? No. You wouldn't want someone to talk to you about it. That's why you don't mention it. Are you even listening to me? We say these things even though the reminding inflicts immense pains. We say these things because it's the only way through. Sorry, sir, I don't know what else to say. Then say that. But will it make any difference? I'm sorry I brought him up, Brigitte. You didn't know, it's alright. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going. Until later. Until then. See if we can talk to Ottilia? Ottilia? Yes, we can talk to Ottilia. Oh, she's old. Look at her. Oh my god, poor Ottilia. Andreas. Oh. Okay, sorry. I will leave. Pity. Hello, Andreas. Hans. Hey, Andreas. Heard rumor you were back. Hello, Hans. Meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. Hello. Are you from Nuremberg, like Andreas? No, I'm from Salzburg. Is that very far from here? Not too far, I think. A few days to the east on horseback. I've never been outside of Tassing. Or ridden a horse. I don't want to say either of these. Which one should I say? Oh man. Wonderful place to live would be a bit of a lie. It's not pretty wonderful right now. But I also don't want to call it a shithole. Decisions, I know. It's awful, terrible stuff. Yeah, it might. He was always very unmotivated. 7 years back. Yeah. Do you know another Alpine town with 2 saints? Seems fine to me, all things considered. That's because you've never been anyplace else. Though, truly, everywhere's a shithole. Even Nuremberg? Especially Nuremberg. I didn't mind Salzburg. I'm glad I live in Tassing, then. At least it's my shithole. Good point. Until later, Hans. Until then. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Hi, John. Andrea's mother didn't expect to ever see you back in Tassing. You look like you've done well for yourself. Thanks. And how are you? Not good. I never was able to get a hold of Rannick's land. I might have been able to take over my brother's plot, but I'm sure you heard Martin's found his way back. I don't know. Even if I had 2 extra plots, David would find some way to make me regret it. It went very well. We tax so hard we can't keep up, Andreas. Seems like a lot of people are upset with David these days. And they have good reason to be. I know you didn't get on well with the man either. Father Matthews never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andreas, even if you are just passing through. Until later. Okay, let's go get something to eat, huh? Kloppity-klop. Hello again, Andreas. We're about to sit down to supper. would care to join us? It would be my pleasure. Oh, look at how many they are. It is truly a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andreas. See that he minds how much he takes. Young boys eat too goddamn much. Peter, stop that. Andreas is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. We pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years. Christine was... Please help me protect my family in these difficult times. Through Christ our Lord, amen. Where's Christine? Amen. 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 Master Andreas, why are we the only ones with bread? The gardeners can't afford a lot of bread. They're being polite. Andreas, it's so good to have you at our table again. And with another guest. Is this young one your assistant? Caspar, yes, he's my apprentice. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing in that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. Bread. Do you still draw in your journal, Andreas? First time what little free time I have in books these days. Yeah, when the mood strikes. Wouldn't that be nice, Jorg, if we only had to work when the whim took us? And we toil all day, and that despicable abbot is starving us all while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. Jeez. How have the faith been treating you these last few years? The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. That's one way to say it. Being miserable as shit all around. Maybe you should be resting, Grandpa. Does she have a burn on her face? If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it sitting up at my own goddamn table. The whole family's been ill, Andreas. Peter, his father, and Ursula with an ague? Oh, is that like a cough? And me, well, Clara's a lost child. Clara lost a child in childbirth a few years ago now. A year ago. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Andreas. It was some time ago, but such things linger. It was monstrous. Monstrous! I think about it, just keep the conversation going. You're already thinking about it. Please leave me alone, just for a while. Alright, just for a while. Surely the child is with the Lord now. The Lord doesn't seem to look our way any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. We're eating! Not at the table. Please, can we not talk about this now? Sorry. Jorg here was married while you were away, Andreas? Really? To whom? To me, Andreas. Why else do you think I'm here? Of course. You two make a good match. Jorg has been good to me. There aren't many other options in Tassing anyway. It's been a couple springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Congratulations, Jorg. So happy for you. Thanks, Andreas. It's been our one blessing in a dark season. Good children soon to come, I hope. When? I don't get it. Do you? Oh, forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andreas? Foreign patrons are fussy and I spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Nuremberg is miserable. I'm paying commission. Pink to be added, so it's taking years to finish. Well, I've been so busy with Casper's apprenticeship. What should I say? When is he so far from theirs now? What should I say? Don't leave them waiting. Can't think of anything! Nothing but my miserable little problems. I think you're rude if you don't say something. I've been so busy with Casper's apprenticeship, I've never had any time to myself. Better not have any children, then. I do my best to be helpful. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're sick. Mom, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. Aw, he's such a sweet boy. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread besides Master Andreas and me. Stop! Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our goddamn guests. Besides, we all have work to get back to, don't we? Good. Time to get back to it, Andreas. We'll see you and your boy later. We don't mean to overstay our welcome. It's alright, Andreas. He's just in a bad mood. It was lovely to see you again. Yes, thank you for coming, Andreas. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? I think so. Good. Hopefully we'll see you later. Until then. I like this game, but... my dears, it is time for us to end today. Amila! Hi, sweetheart! How are you doing? Hello. I will recommend everyone to add Amila, our sweet Amila, to your watch list whenever she streams. She is absolutely adorable. Yes. Now, who shall we bother with our presents, my dears? Thank you, Destiny.
Okay, so we need to head straight across this room and through that door, I think.
Kill this lurker.
Oh, yeah.
What game is this?
Some lurkers are wonderful. Other lurkers, not so
ESO.
much.
Like Twitch lurkers are awesome. Right, guys?
Yeah. That was Elder Scrolls Online, I think, right? Anyway. Thank you all so much for being here. It has been a lovely educational night. Yes, evening. With some French, a little bit of Japanese, I think, and Chinese. And now we have had a couple of hours of